What's good, YouTube? This your boy Sippy King back with another video today. I'm about to talk about something that's going to determine our lives within the next 10, 15 years and the next generation, which is our grandkids and kids, nephews and nieces and their kids. And that's real. And this is going to be called the richer or becoming richer. And that is so real. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that the richer or become richer is political. So this is more on a political standpoint. That's why it's so important to vote and go out and do your research on these certain politicians, whether they are congressmen or senators or state representative. You know what I'm saying? My understanding is the Republican Party is the more of the corrupted side of politics. But my point of view is both sides are corrupted to me, Democrats and Republicans. But the richer are becoming richer. You could tell too, because people are losing their homes, people are losing their cars, people are losing their jobs. You know, as far as getting laid off, companies are going bankrupt, going out of business, because that's another level, another layer of wealthy people. You know what I mean? Like the people that own the typical businesses around here, like your PetSmart, which and your Wingstop, like I'm right here at, and little independent Chinese restaurants, like your all you can eat restaurants, the independent ones, like a Country Time buffet. Country Time buffet down here in Georgia, they still running good. So I'm not saying they are, but there's other companies that related to them, like other restaurants that are related to them, they are going out of business. They filing bankruptcy, they losing everything. I mean, people going broke out here, you know, but that's corruption, because the politicians are corrupted, man. Because I'm gonna tell you something, the government has billions and billions and trillions of dollars, you know, they can invest into the population. But instead they don't do that. They invest the money in other places to make them richer. See, that's what the problem is. They are investing money in other areas that makes them richer instead of helping the population. But the purpose of being a politician is to help the population, not to help yourself. Meaning they are selfish and greedy, meaning they want more and want less for us, as in destroying us as a people. So that's the reason why the rich are becoming richer. And the richest people in the world are politicians. You know what I'm saying? You have a couple people outside of politics that rich, you know, like your famous CEOs of record companies and filming companies, but they don't show their face. They hide behind closed doors. The real owners, the real individuals that are really rich off these record labels and filming companies, hide behind closed doors. They never reveal themselves, or you don't know their names, you don't know their faces, because they don't become public. They don't make themselves public. You know what I'm saying? They hide in silence. So basically, we basically in the blind when it come down to who really in control of this country and who really controls the money flow. Like there's somebody behind closed doors that we all don't know anything about, that running the show, and we'll never know because they ain't gonna tell you, you know. But one thing for sure, they decide who will be the next president. They'll decide who will be the next governor of a state. They decide who where the next Super Bowl gonna be at. They decide where the next world, you know, the next who gonna win the next World Series and all that stuff, and they decide who can be on TV, who can't be on TV. Like they determine all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because anything they put on TV or anything they put anybody they broadcast on the news, they getting paid for this shit. Believe that. meaning they are becoming richer, richer, and richer. Like normal people like us, they're not gonna publicize us. They're not gonna put us in a position where we become richer or become more wealthier. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that the economy has dropped below average and is dropping and dropping by the day, and the dollar value is losing its value, you can tell because the prices of simple stuff in the stores, like the little Debbie cakes, you know, them shits used to be 50 cents maybe what 4 or 5 years ago. Now them shits like $1.50. Then you have like say like McDonald's, for example. A Big Mac combo, a Big Mac meal used to be $8 at one time. Now those shit's like $13, $14 for a whole combo. Well, depending on what state you in. If you're on the West Coast, that shit's like $16 for a whole combo. You come down south, it's gonna be about $12, $13. You go to the East Coast, a whole combo be about $20. Just being real, like New York or Philly. Yeah, a whole combo from Mickey D's gonna cost you almost $20. I guarantee you. So them facts, because I used to drive over the road recently, and I recently stopped. That's how I freaking know. So, yeah, the economy, like it's it's declining badly, and I see people out here on the side of the road holding signs like I need help. And I see old U.S. veterans, Army vets, out here homeless, standing on the side of the road with a box, with a buggy, asking for help. You know what I'm saying? That's sad. And they let you know them people that rich, they don't care. They selfish and greedy. Like they ain't trying to come out here and help none of these people. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, the middle class are becoming poor. The middle class about to break off anyway. It won't be no such thing middle class in the next couple months. The way the economy is declining, it won't be no middle class no more. And poor class, like the middle class gonna become poor with the poor class basically, and they're about an inch from there right now. So my whole issue is why the people that rich, why they not trying to help nobody? Like they have all this money, all these millions and billions of dollars, but not trying to help nobody. And they see people out here homeless. They see people on the sidewalk. They see people sleep on the bridges with dirty blankets and stuff. Like that's crazy. But this the trick to this, right? You go to another country, right? You go to Britain, you go to China, you go to Australia, you go to certain countries in South America, certain countries in Europe. They're not gonna tolerate that junk. You don't see nobody in the foreign countries homeless at all. Period. You go to certain states that have housing programs, like New York. You have a lot of homeless people in New York, but certain parts of New York, you have certain counties up there that have housing programs. If you get food stamps, they'll place you in housing. If you get a check every month, they'll put you in housing. Like it's just certain places that have programs, and they don't tolerate people being homeless on the street. They don't. I know it's more states up in the Midwest and up north have them housing programs where you can live off the government, versus these other states, they don't have none of that. The only way you can get housing if you homeless like that for real is unless you're a woman down south. You gotta have a child. You gotta have a baby, kids or a baby, and you can file for Section 8. We all know about that. That's easy. But my whole point is, it's a whole lot of that going on out here right now because of the economy declining. The dollar value is losing value by the day. Like that's a set of other countries that have this organization called BRICS, right? And it consists of other countries. I'm not gonna sit here and name all those countries because it's about like 3,000 countries in that thing, and they like leaving the US dollar, and they creating their own currencies together. Like basically they creating a currency where they can combine their currency with that currency together to make it worth more. And that have happened already. Well, that has happened already. Meaning nobody is using the US dollar no more hardly, but maybe a very few countries, meaning our money is worth less than where it originally was. So by our dollar losing value, that means the prices on food, gas, clothing, vehicles, housing, property, land, you name it, even the value to buy a business, that stuff it's gonna skyrocket. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's already done went up, but it haven't skyrocketed yet. That's why people always say on the other podcasts, yeah, it's bad right now, but it's gonna get worse before it get better. And you know what? That make a whole lot of sense. Just by me watching these other podcasts and watching the world news from other countries, like I be listening and learning. Like I learn some stuff just by listening and watching the news podcasts from other countries. Like I listen to news podcasts from India. I listen to news podcasts from France and even China, Pakistan, Australia. I watch a lot of Australian news over online, and I learn a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of shit. They talk about a whole lot of stuff on them podcasts that our people in our country don't even talk about at all. You will never know about it until you get on the internet and scream another cable TV from another country and listen to their news. You'll be surprised what you hear, and you'll be like amazed, and you'll be like, wow, like I never heard. They don't talk about this on CNN, or they don't never talk about this on Fox News, or they don't never talk about this on CBS News. Like for real, they talk about. You'll be surprised. Like they talk about a lot of things that our people don't talk about in our country, in their country. And I listen to that for real. Like I learned a lot of stuff, and that's how I know that we are in serious trouble for real. Like the other people that you listen to on YouTube, the things that they telling you, believe them. I'm a witness. I'm listening, and yeah, that is true. Because why would the prices of simple products go up? A simple snack cake, a simple pack of cookies. Why would you raise the price on that a whole nother $1 for 2 little stinky cookies in a pack? Like, that's a trip to me, man. It kind of slick funny to me, man, but it's not funny, because it's showing you the direction that our society is going, our economy is going. Like we going downhill, like quick, rapidly. So like, I ain't gonna lie to you, like everybody gonna have to start being careful. We have to start being careful what we do, how we spend our money, how we make our money. That's why it's so important to be an entrepreneur and invest into other things. I mean, I gotta practice what I preach. Hell, cause I need to start investing into some stuff. And I have done it before, but I kind of copped out of it. Now I'm thinking about getting back into it, and I think I need to. I got to. And I also need to generate more streams of income too, because right now the situation we in serious trouble. And then that don't include our social problems, our financial problems, our spiritual problems. Man, we have so many problems. Oh my God, like, and you'll see all this on the news every day if you watch the news. If you see, you don't even have to watch the news every day. You could be out here among the population and society and see this every freaking day. Like it never fails. I see it every day because I'm out here hustling. And so I see it every day. Even when I pause for a minute and I chill out like I'm doing now, I might look at my phone and watch the news from another country or something, and I'm just listening, and I'm realizing, I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. These people in this place talking about it, then you go to another channel, these people from a whole nother country, they talking about the same thing that these people talking about it, and then it making sense because they're saying the same thing. So you put two and two together, and I'm like, yeah, we in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the best time to stay prayed up and stay focused and stay out the way and focus on you. Forget letting somebody use you, or forget partying, cause I don't even party no more. Like, I got to a point where I'm just laid back out the way, out of sight, out of mind. You know, and I'm listening to what's going on around the world, like around me. That's why I don't understand why people not waking up and smelling the coffee and not paying attention to what the heck is going on around the world, like in this life, because it's serious. Like, and then we're on the brink of war. You know what I'm saying? Russia got their warships just 200 miles away from our coastline. Like, that is crazy, man. That is crazy, man. Like, we is that close to war, and nobody paying attention. All everybody think about, you know, they think about who got the best shoes, who got the best music out, who beefing with who smashing the bad chick, and you know, and all this stuff. Man, it's a trip, man. It's a trip. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, man. I'm finna go back to DoorDash, man. And I'll see you people later.